Christophe, thank you so much for joining me today at
My
the
pleasure.
Mara stand. I'm just going to quickly ask you to just say a few words about yourself, and then we'll talk about your beautiful foil collection.
Okay, so I'm Christophe Pillet. I'm French, based in Paris. I'm a designer and an interior architect. And for the 40th years in a row, I'm in the Fiera di Milano.
Wow, well, congrats. That's a lot. And I'm sure lots of things have changed.
Yes.
But Mara, I guess the first question that comes to mind is how did you first meet the brand and what kind of attracted you to them to collaborate?
We started the collaboration with Mara last year. They called me gently. I was new. It's a small company, but it was a noticeable company due to the simplicity and the high technicity of what they're doing. They had a nice graphic environment and everything was very clear about them, and it was a real pleasure to start a collaboration because of this feeling, which is very close to what I like. And so we started immediately with something which was complex, which is a working desk or table systems. Very professional, very business oriented, office oriented, but very minimal in a way. We did this system which is just basically 4 legs and the top. That sounds like a normal table.
Very straightforward, yes.
But there's some gimmicks like hidden drawers, sliding. Technically it's perfect. I can say perfect because I designed it, but they are doing it perfectly.
Yeah.
So it's very simple. It's monomaterial. It was steel. And it's the opposite of the complexity of the usual office furniture, which is always full of technology, useless techniques or whatever. And we are still on the process to work on these different elements, more elements in the system.
Right, refining it. How does, what was the collaboration process like between you and the team?
It was a very interesting collaboration in the way they really let me free. So I presented sketches and they were okay with the sketches. They were just a bit afraid because it was extreme in terms of minimal section,
Yes.
minimal dimensions, and it was very technical because of this extreme simplicity.
Everything
And
you're
they
known
were
for.
it was sort of a challenge also for them because I didn't want to see any mechanism or anything. And they were kind of proud to make it like to win the challenge. So we had a very, very cool, they really did their best to achieve it and they achieved it there.
Yeah.
And I did the nasty part, which is if I was believing, there was still some millimeters to save. I was there, this is still too big, this is still too big. But it was a sort of a friendly game.
Yeah.
And finally, I think we achieved something which is very simple. It's a regular, normal table, but it's different because it's just almost nothing, but it's a nice nothing.
Yeah, it's a nice nothing. I like that. I like that a lot. How was, because Mara is obviously very well known for kind of their technology and their affinity for, functions, and how did that technology end up kind of influencing the product design for this particular collection?
It's the base of it. A table is just a very simple and static piece, It's 4 legs, a top, and that's it. In an office or even in a house environment, we could expect some more services like drawers, like hiding the wires, the cables, and all the mess at the back of a computer, how to plug and play easily a computer, and how to fit diverse situations like working face-to-face, high, low, millions of people or just one person. So this is a system, and all this technique, it really, we can achieve such a simplicity because they're good, and because they're clever, because they're engineer in this technicity. I think with another company, it wouldn't have been so simple, so easy, so obvious. So this obviousness of this product is thanks to their capacity
Right.
to master the complexity of technique.
Right. And that obviously makes it very flexible for different environments, right? Because
Yes, of course. When you're working on the office table, office doesn't mean nothing. It can be so many situations, and it can be new situations in the future. So uh, you need to have a unit that makes possible anyone's imagination to put tables in some uh,
any type of context,
yeah, any
really.
kind of situation,
Yeah.
even situation you don't imagine. So it needs to be thought not like a design object, but like a unit in
Yeah.
the system. But this unit need to be a nice unit, like a
Yeah.
nice piece of a Lego.
Yes.
You know, it's a Lego. So the end is not having one. The end is letting people build their world,
Yeah.
but the unit needs to be
Functional.
smart.
Yeah. Needs to work in conjunction
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
different elements. Yeah, no, that's beautiful.
And especially this unit needs in a complex system to keep the simplicity and the beauty of
Yes.
what we expect to be.
Yeah. Yeah, the form, I think, and the form and how it echoes the function, I think, is really beautiful with this table in particular. You know, the drawer systems and everything, and the really like slinky legs. I think it's really
It's
beautiful.
not a lot of services because we don't need to invent ridiculous or useless services. But the necessary services need to be fully and perfectly made. So
Yeah.
this is why we just have drawers and sliding doors and this idea of hiding, just keeping an environment as clean as possible. A table is nice, but if you put a computer, there will be 20 wires, connectors, and this makes disgusting. So the table integrates the
Yeah.
capacity to discipline the environment.
That's very nice. That's why you settled. I assume it's why you settled on the monochrome look and the
Yeah, it was
monomaterial
also this idea
idea.
to be very disciplined.
Yes.
Totally.
You are restricting yourself at every possible
very clean,
angle.
very well shaved.
Wonderful. I know, obviously, that the collection won a bunch of awards last year, so congratulations on that, first of all. But one of the awards was for the sustainability aspect, so I was hoping you could tell us a little bit more about that.
This is also their decision, which I fully share, to make clean products. And the cleanness here was this strange idea to make a 100% steel product, which is not the case. Usually you have some part which is metallic and the rest is the boards, the tops are some plastic with some kinds of recomposed wood with a lot of dirty glues and there's a lot of here it was almost looking sort of archaism, making a 100% full metal still
Yes.
still and this choice is making it very clean. So we have metal and a clean painting and that's it.
Exactly. And what's, I guess, in terms of if you were to kind of look at the evolution of this collection, is there anything that you have in mind that you would like to see this evolve into?
Yeah, this is this table today is
Yes, we're sitting at a prototype. That's right.
It's a prototype. It's symbolic to an evolution. The evolution is not inventing new services or whatever. It's maybe putting this table in other environment, how to make it more domestic, how to make it more status,
Yeah.
how to make it more gentle. So it's just how can we minimally transform or add few stuff on this system to make it possible to share it in more situations for people. So this is symbolic. We just put some marble top and
Yeah.
it makes it more, I don't know, more rich, more chic, more domestic, more timeless. So this is more in how people can use this table, which is the evolution, more than how can we transform the design of it.
Right, right. And always kind of stripping it back, like going 2 steps forward and then really rethinking
Yeah, but
probably.
always with this idea of making the minimum effort
Yes. Yes.
because I'm lazy. to achieve
You are
the result.
elegant. I wouldn't say lazy. I think elegant is a better word.
Yeah, it's an excuse to the laziness.
Well, and it's a good exercise in, I think, formalism, to kind of really restrict yourself to, let's say, 4 ruling principles, right? And say, this is what I want to do. How am I going to achieve this with, as you say, minimally invasive kind of features?
Yeah, this is very important for me. As a designer, we usually believe that the design is the art of making nice, good-looking products. For me, design is the art of making people happy living their environment. So we have to design an environment that fit this potential happiness.
Right.
And what I want to say here is that for me, a product is serving the people, is not hiding or emerging the people. People are still the hero of. We are the hero of our environments, and the product needs to have a character because they help us to express what we want to as a surrounding. But they need to be distant. They need to keep people able to evolve freely, to chat, etc. So it's very important. This minimalism or this simplicity, for me, is an efficient vector of producing in the same time character and distance, or maybe this is what you call elegance.
Yes.
Elegance is a beauty when it's not shouted. It's just silent
Yeah.
beauty.
It's the scene setting. It's the
Yeah,
backdrop
yeah,
for
yeah,
us to be able to kind of, function in the best possible way and make us happy. Well, thank you so much. This definitely made me happy.
Thank you very
for
much.
the
So
wonderful
if you're happy,
conversation.
I'm happy.
Perfect. Everybody's happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.